students, it's Mrs. Girot, your digital arts teacher, bringing you Project 1 directions. So in the last little bit of class here, what we've done is we've learned how to add color, change colors, to apply a stroke color. We have learned how to use the shapes and to manipulate them. Probably haven't really learned how to do text yet, but it's pretty self-explanatory. And there's a how-to video that shows you how to do that. You can always look things up on YouTube. Texture, filters, I should have put there, is also something that you've learned how to do. And at this point, we're just going to test your compositional skills to see if you can put together something that's balanced and uses colors and composition to put the emphasis in just the right place. And here's the directions. From scratch, using shapes, colors, texture, or filters, and text, you're going to create one of your choice. In the past, we've done textbook and book covers, and the students did such an amazing job. And I thought, you know what? I should give them choices. I should let them do a textbook cover or a book cover or a DVD cover or a poster or a brochure or some other type of marketing material that you could think of that you really want to do, okay? Connect it to something that you're interested in and passionate about. And there is going to be a resource. There's a how-to video where I show you the basics of how to do a textbook cover, and you can apply that to doing any of the other types of choices there. Here are some wonderful examples of projects that students have done in the past using shapes, filters, and text. All right, so one thing that we need to point out is a non-example. All right, here's what not to do. Can you tell me why this is an example of what not to do? All right, this is an example of what not to do because remember I told you you have to start from scratch. You have to use the tools in Inkscape to create it from scratch. You cannot copy and paste images and photos. That is what our image design class is all about. And that's what the Adobe Photoshop program is for. We're learning how to use Illustrator. So we are learning how to create designs from scratch. One of the requirements is going to be to use layers, okay? So you need to name your layers. All right, and if you go through and click on the eye, you'll see that all of the different things, and for some reason the stars aren't showing up, but if you clicked on the eye one at a time, you'd be able to see on each layer what was there. Layers is very important, so you need to start practicing that. If you get started and you go, oh, I forgot layers, just start right then and there to start putting your layers in, okay? It just takes practice. All right, so what you're going to submit is the saved SVG file with your layers and the exported PNG file so that we can show that image in our class critique. You will name files with your first and last name at the beginning. I know sometimes people put them at the end, but I'm asking you to please be consistent and put it at the beginning. The rationale behind this is that when I go to pull up your work, all of your work will be right there, organized neatly under your name instead of in 20 different places because the first letter of all of your files is different, okay? All right, get creative and have fun. You're going to use YouTube to search up how to whatever in Inkscape if you have something in mind that you'd like to do that wasn't in the lessons. Learning how to find tutorials is an important skill to have in this field. There are tons of tutorials there, so get resourceful. And here's the rubric. 20 points, use shapes to create background, borders, and the subject matter. 5 points, uses filters or a filter creatively. 5 points, uses text to create the title, a caption, the author, whatever is appropriate for that type of marketing material that you've chosen. 5 points for submitting your named with your first and last name SVG file, and 5 points for submitting your named exported PNG file, okay? Have so much fun. I can't wait to see these.